This is the first time I have done a late night live here on YouTube. Actually, anywhere, to be quite honest with you. What's going on, everyone? Kimberly Collins, the Educated Natural. But of course, you probably already knew that if you're on this channel. Hello. Welcome, everyone. It is late at night. As you could probably tell by the graininess in this video, I'm not turning on any more lights, okay? This is enough light for right now. But I'm going to give you guys a chance to come on in and say hello. Hello, Marcella. Hi, how are you? So glad you're here. Look, I'm not going to be on here long. It's late. I don't know how you guys do this. It's late. But I'm glad to be here. Tonight, I'm going to give you all a sneak peek into something that I've been working on for months. And I'm not showing you the entire thing. I got to leave something in the element of surprise. I can't tell you everything. I mean, goodness, if I tell you everything, you probably never would buy it. So I got to keep some things a secret. But I want to see if this works. It's been a while since I've set up all this equipment and tried to do the double screens and all that thing. So I'm going to try it. Let's see how this goes. This is the first time I did this on StreamYard. I've done it on other platforms before, but this is the first time on StreamYard. I was kind of tossing up to see which platform I was going to use. So I said, let's just go to Old Faithful. Let's just go to StreamYard and get this done. All right. So let's get this started. What do I want you to see? I'm going to give you an inside look into my business journal. I have created it. I've almost quite settled on it, but I may make a few tweaks here and there after this video airs. But here's what we have so far. You ready? Now, this is not tailored towards any particular industry. I believe this is something that every business owner needs to keep track of in your business, especially if you want to run a successful business. Okay. If you're just doing a business and you just kind of just playing around, you got a hobby going on, this may be a little bit much for you. But if you're somebody that's serious about what you do, you're serious about your products and services, you definitely want to have this journal. All right. So let's get started. All right. Let me get my other screen up here. Yay, it works. All right. So these are just a few of the pages that are in the journal. Okay. When you open the journal, one of the first pages you'll see is my thank you to you for purchasing the journal. On this page, you will see my social media links. So the key ones anyway. I have a lot, but those are the key ones. All right. As you flip through, now don't pay attention to all the blank pages because these are just when I print them out, it keeps certain things from printing on the back of other pages. Okay. So we're going to skip down and you'll see another page. This is your page. This is where you personalize the journal for yourself. Put your name in there, your phone number, your email, your social media, because as busy as some people are, you may lose it. You may misplace it. So if someone finds it, you want them to be able to return it to you. So this is where you put your information at. Okay. Scroll on down. You'll see another page called My Daily Affirmations. Now, this page should be pretty self-explanatory, but for those of you that may not be familiar with affirmations, I'll kind of give you a little bit of a breakdown. Affirmations are those phrases or maybe even prayers, definitely mantras that you may live by, something that's going to help you get through your day. So this is where you would list those things that really mean a lot to you, that kind of help you get refocused and keeps you on track in your business. Because trust me, you're going to have those days when you're going to want to quit, where you're going to want to give up, but it's going to be these affirmations that's going to help shake you back and get you back on track. Okay, so I left a page right there for you. Okay, there's a blank page there as well on the back. Here, you'll be able to write out if you have more than what I've given you space for. Okay, you have a lot of space in this journal to just go ham. Like you can go and just write to your heart content. Okay, so now this next page is called mind mapping. This is where you're going to free your mind. You're just going to let it flow. You're just going to write about any goals you have, any projects you would like to work on, any events you would like to attend. This is where you're going to do a mind map, where you're going to just say, look, there's an event coming up in October. I want to be there. Boom, I'm going to write it down. That's what your mind mapping strategy is for. You have a project that you want to complete this year. Boom, list it, write out your plan. This is what this page and area is for, your mind mapping strategy, okay? Keep on flipping the pages. See, I told you I give you a lot of place to write. Okay, the next thing you're gonna see is it's what I call principles of intention. Now, my business is based on intentionality. And what that means is a lot of people like to say it's your why. I like to say it's the reason behind what you do. All right. So this is your principles of intention page. You write your business name at the top. You put your primary objective of your business, your why statement. Why are you doing this business in the first place? You also list your target audience. These are the people that you are trying to get the attention of and trying to do business with. These are the people you service, your target audience, okay? Also on this same page, the benefits. Anybody that's doing business with you, it has to be beneficial to them. So this is where you write down what you offer your clients. It's very important. Because if they can't get anything out of doing business with you, they may not return if they start at all. Okay? So that's where you list those things. The next page, the foundational principles of your business. So important. This is your mission statement, your vision statement, and the fundamental ideas of your business. Some of you already have this memorized. Others have probably skipped over this. It's very important. You know your mission statement, your vision statement, and your fundamental ideas, okay? Also on this page, empowerment words. Now, I don't know about you, but for me, I have keywords that keep me going every day. This is where you would list them. Whatever words you say, I'm powerful, brilliant, smart, educated, whatever your empowerment words are, list them there. And as you go throughout your day, as you go throughout the rest of the months of this year, you can always flip back on those hard days and look at those words that you wrote down on this day to help you get back in the game and keep fighting. Your empowerment words, okay? All right. Scrolling on through. Books are very important to business owners that want to excel and grow. I've listed space for you to write down your books. I don't care what book it is. If it's going to help you grow your business, write it down. Write down the title and the author. I've given you plenty of space to write these out. I know a lot of people that are successful, and it's all based on the books they have read. I always tell people, you can go to as many brick and mortar colleges as you want to, get as many degrees as you would like. But from personal experience, the best education I have received was self-education. Okay? Pick up a book. You will be amazed at the information you don't know. As smart as you are, books reveal a lot of key secrets. And in order to get access to those secrets, you have to pick up a book. So I always encourage business owners and people in general, read. Reading truly is fundamental. Pick up a book, read it. So here is your place to list the books that you plan on reading from now to the end of the year and beyond. Because next year, you think this planner is something. Ha! Wait till you see my 2022 planner. Amazing. All right, so let's keep going. There's another page for it. Hey, if you love reading, you're going to need this page. So I had another page in there for you. Now, key dates. Now, if you're like me and you have a bunch of relatives or a bunch of children, I don't have a bunch of children, I only got 2. But if you have a bunch of things that you just don't want to forget, I've given you a key dates calendar. So if you know birthdays, anniversaries, holidays that you do not want to forget, I have listed space for you to write down those areas right there, those key things you don't want to forget. I'm always forgetting somebody's birthday. So this definitely going to come in handy for me. And I'm the one that designed this from top to bottom. So I needed personally this page so I would not forget people's birthdays at least. All right. Moving right along. Now, if you're in business, your business contacts are very important. If you don't have any, start getting some. Because I can tell you from personal experience how many times I have had to pick up the phone or send an email or an inbox message on social media to a business contact, or better yet, someone contacted me about a product or service. Maybe I didn't provide it, but I knew people that did. And this would be where I would list their information and even what they provide, what their services and products are. That way, when someone calls me, I can say, oh yeah, I know exactly someone that does that. Hold on a second. Let me get their contact information. Let me contact them first to make sure it's okay to connect you, and then make the connection. Boom. You helped somebody out. You paid it forward. How about that? But it's all because you kept track of your business contacts. All right. On the other page, you see a business plan. Now, this one item right here, business plan. I have been in business discussions with people who are way smarter than me, make probably way more money than me, that have said they skip a business plan. They give tons of reasons as to why you don't need a business plan. I beg to differ. I believe a business plan gives you the opportunity to discuss, and in this case, list your market analysis, your financial plan, and your growth strategy alone. Those three things out of the entire business plan. There is so much more to a business plan than just these three things, but I didn't want to make this book too big. It's big enough. But tracking market analysis allows you to see what's happening in your industry, what's happening out there, what's working for other people, what's not. Market analysis is a very important thing. As a business owner, you have to know about. You have to keep your ear to the streets on market analysis because things change pretty fast. Financial plan, that in itself explains itself. List what your financial plan is. List what other business owners have told you are key things financially you need to keep an eye on. Without a business plan, you'll never know what your projections are. You'll never know what's going on. You never know what you're doing is, if it's even worth your time or money, if you don't look at your financial plan. Growth strategy. A lot of people are copying the strategies of other people and wondering why they are losing. It's because you haven't set your little happy self down somewhere and listed realistic growth strategies for your business. As we all know, what may work for one person may not necessarily work for you. So you need to sit down with this planner, write out your growth strategy, a realistic strategy that's going to work for you. Good. Let's go. Also on this page begins our quarterly projections. Quarter one, since we're already past quarter one, and then you keep going all the way down to quarter 2, 3, and 4. You can list out what the projections based on your own research of your industry you anticipate reaching. List those things out. When you see what the projections are, that means your profits and your losses. What's going to bring you profits? Did it work? Did it not work? Did it equate to losses? You need to know these things. Because as a business owner, you need to know how you're going to get your gross income, your gross margin. You need to know all of these different things. And the only way you're going to know that is by doing your research. Okay? So don't forget the key components of your business plan. Regardless of what anybody else says, you need to know what's going on in your industry. Okay? The next sheet here shows supplies. Now, if you are a service or a product provider, you're going to need supplies, okay? If you're in industry, I don't care if it's an ink pen, you're a paper, you're going to need supplies. So I've given you space to list what supplies you may need to make sure that your business is up to par, all right? So I'm giving you a supply list, giving you 2 pages for that. Now, there is nothing like winning, right? So I've given you a page to celebrate your wins. Sometimes as business owners, we get so busy that we forget to celebrate even the smallest thing. I don't care if it was something as small as I saved a piece of vinyl versus using a whole yard. I saved half of it by doing this trick. I don't care if somebody came and they just gave you $1 just to sow into your business. That's a good time to celebrate. I don't care if you were able to go out and pay it for it. Maybe someone bought you a cup of coffee from Starbucks. The car in front of you paid it for it and paid for your cup of coffee. I think that's something you should celebrate because you probably hardly ever get those things, those wins. I think that's a win. So why not celebrate it? Let's say you had your first online virtual conference, or maybe you had an actual face-to-face conference and you packed the house. That's a great thing to celebrate. Let's say you launched your first YouTube channel, or you've crossed that threshold of 1,000 subscribers. Celebrate it. So I've given you a page here to list those things and to celebrate it. We have to celebrate our wins as a business owner. Okay? All right, let's keep going. So see, I give you a bunch of pages for that. I want everybody to win. Gave you a lot of space to write those things out. All right. So now we get into the months. All right. So now I know we're coming to the end of May and people are saying, Kim, this is late. May is almost over. That's fine. At least it's in there. We still have a few more days left in May. You never know what might happen between now and the 1st of June. So let's look at May. Now, these pages in the journal is where everything begins to repeat itself. Every month has the same setup. So I'm not going to go through every month, but I wanted to give you an overview of what every month entails. Okay. So first page you'll see is your Renew Your Mind page. This is where you do a complete brain dump. You get rid of everything you can think of in this month that's going to hinder your growth. You get rid of every negative thought. You get rid of every negative person, because your goal this month and every month of the year is prosperity in your business. So if there's anything that's blocking that, put it out there. Just write it down. I will not deal with negative people this month. I will not deal with negative self-talk this month. You just write all those things down to help you just get a woosah moment, to renew your mind. It's very important, because the next few pages, you're going to need a clear mind in order to meet your goals. All right. So I'm giving you a page to do that. Next page over here is your business vision board. This is where you take a moment and you just envision the future of your business. What does it look like? What is it that you would like to achieve in your business this month, the month of May? What is it you would like to achieve? How are you going to do it? Just go there and just envision it. I don't care if you have to do an actual vision board where you go and you get a magazine and you can clip pages out and just glue it on this particular page. Envision your business, because sometimes you need a goal in business. And the best way to do it is by closing your eyes and just seeing it before it actually happens, because then you have something to strive for. So I've given you space to write down or glue in and staple or however, tape it in, however you want to do it, your business visions. All right. Okay, moving along. And I've given you 2 pages for that. Some of y'all like to dream big like me. You need a lot of room. Next thing, I've talked about the business plan. The next key to that is your marketing plan. This is where you have to list what's known as your SWOT analysis. SWOT stands for strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. Now, later on, I have a video that I'm going to be releasing about the SWOT analysis and about building a business. So I'm not going to get into that here, but there is a page in this journal for your SWOT analysis. It's very important that every business owner performs a SWOT analysis, because it's not just talking about you, it's talking about your competitors as well and the industries that you're in. Okay. All right. Moving on along. I've also given you a dots page. I call it. This is just a page, very light little dots on it where you can write stuff out. All right. Here, those of you that have products, regardless of what your products are, I've given you an inventory tracker. And this allows you to list what item it is you want to track, how many you have in stock, who the retailer is, meaning where did you get it from? If you got it off a website, put it in there. If you got it off someone at a local store, put it in there. You need to know how much those items cost, because you may have to go back and get some more. I'm pretty sure if you sell out, go get some more. And if you forget where you got that particular item from, I've given you a place to track it. Because if you're anything like me, you get stuff from all over the place. And it's a good thing when you find something good to know exactly where you got it from. So I'm giving you an inventory tracker. Okay. Moving on. Now, as a business owner, your job is to sell, sell, sell. So I've given you a few sheets here of order forms. Now, as many of you know, I'm in the apparel industry and the accessories industry. And sometimes I'll get phone calls, I'll get inbox messages, and of course, I'll get website orders. Those are easy to track. But when people inbox me for different things or cash at me for different things, I need to know a way to track that. And I track that on my order forms. There I can list people's names. I can list their phone numbers. I can list what size they need. I can list the color. And I can list right here is a notes area. That's where I can write out key points about the orders. Okay. I've listed several or given you several sheets of those because I want everybody to win big. So we have several sheets of the order form and places where you can write. If you notice on this, and when you see it in person, you'll notice I have a lot of white space around here. A lot of white space around these whole pages because some of y'all like to scribble stuff. And so I've given you scribble room. Okay. These blue lines are not in the final product. And you'll see that later when I do my flip through. I won't do it tonight, but I'll do it in another video where I'll give you a close-up look at the actual journal. And you'll see there's a lot of white space for you to have space to write. Because if I would have given you a lot of pages, this would have been like a 300-page journal. And ain't nobody got time for all of that. That's a lot of paper. Okay. So save a tree. I'm giving you a lot of places to write. Okay. Next page. We've talked about the business plan. We've talked about the marketing plan. Now here is your financial plan. Now I know some people get excited when you talk finances in business, and some people run scared when you talk about finances. But as a business owner, your finances are key because at the end of every year, and some people quarterly, you have to go before the IRS and you need to know your finances. So what better place to list your finances than right here in this journal? You have a place for income. You have a place for budget, assets, and expenses. These are key things in any business you need to track, because if you set a budget and you're only getting so much income and you get over here to your expenses, this can make your assets look real sad because you may not have any. You may have a whole lot of red over here, but that's okay. You're growing your business. In the beginning stages, you're going to have a lot of red. Trust me, I know. But at least I have given you a place to track those things. And that way you know where you need to spend and where you don't need to spend. All right. If you don't see it, you don't know. But if you see it by writing it down, it makes you a little bit more financial conscious. Okay. All right. Let's keep going. Okay. Now we get into the nitty gritty of the finances. Here you go with your financial summary. This, when you look back on the previous page up here, you'll be able to list how much money you had coming in. And of course, if something comes in, something has to go out. So you got your total out right here. But I also encourage everyone to try and save as much as you can. All right. So set a savings goal. What was that goal? What is your savings goal for the month of May? How much did you actually save? Did you meet your goal, exceed your goal, or were you under your goal? This is where you're going to see those things at. And then, of course, I've given you a notes page for you to list some notes to help you with next month. If you didn't make your goals this month, you got next month. You can look back and say, okay, this is what I need to change. So I've given you a place here to write some notes out to help yourself in the long haul. All right. Next page, monthly focal points. Now, these are where every month you need to decide what's going to be your objectives of the month. What is it you're going to pay close attention to? What is it you don't want to forget? What is it you want to focus, like streamline on? Right here, your objectives. List out a few objectives for the month. Don't overdo it. You know, I get it. You want to reach for the stars, but take your time. Be realistic in your objectives. What is it that you can do in 30, 31 days. All right. So you're going to list those things there. Now, if you're anything like me, when it's time to get down and dirty in your business, you need a little motivation. So here I have listed a quote or a scripture of inspiration. You're going to put that right there. You know, maybe you need to realize that I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. Write it right there. Because it may be a tough month depending on your objectives. You may need a little help. So put your scripture or quote of inspiration right there. Under that, you have success strategies. This is where you're going to list out how you're going to get these objectives. What are your success strategies? What realistic ways are you going to implement during the month to help you be successful in achieving your goals? Right there. Okay. Moving on down. Now that you know what your goals are going to be, how are you going to do it? You need a plan of execution. You need a way that's a realistic way to obtain these objectives. So I've listed 4 here, but of course I've given you a whole page if you need more space. All right. List those objectives. And then how are you going to accomplish those objectives? Your plan of execution. For instance, let's say you say, you know what, one of my objectives this year is to get another 100 subscribers on my YouTube channel. If that's an objective, then how are you going to get it? How are you going to do it? What are you going to do? What are you going to implement in your strategy in order for you to be able to execute that goal? Got it? All right. So that's what this area is for. Giving you plenty of space to write those things out. Okay. And then we move on into the rest of the months. I'm not going to go all the way through. I'm going to stop right there because every month has the same type of layout. So this is kind of what the months look like. You know, I kind of wanted to make it simple because I know ink is expensive for those of you that would like to get this particular journal in digital format. And I wanted to kind of save you some ink. You're welcome. So I wanted to kind of go through that with you guys so you can see it. All right, let me get back over here on my other screen. All right, so I wanted you guys to see that. What do you think? Let me know your thoughts. Let me know. This is the first time I'm launching into stationery. So I wanted to help out my fellow business owners out there with as much as I could, because it's important that we as business owners get the stuff that's from up here and the little sticky note papers we have everywhere and get it in a centralized location. Now, here's the fun part. I'm going to be offering 2 ways to get this journal. You can either download it digitally, which I know a lot of people like to do, and that way you can put these pages in any type of order. Thank you, Marcella. In any type of order you would like to. So I'm going to be offering it digitally, goodness, through PDF from my website, www.sownonpurpose.com. Okay. Or if you're feeling really good, I did a video today, so I'm kind of late, of the actual journal. Okay. As you can see, it's a lot of pages. I went from May until December. These are all the pages. There are a couple of things inside of here that I did not show you. And you're going to have to wait until I do my flip through of this journal for you to see those extra pages that are in here. These pages are very important for you. I almost said who it's for. I'm not going to tell you, because if I tell you that, you're going to know exactly what's in here. But I put the holes in here using my cinch. I put the binding on here, my wire binding on here. And when you receive these from me, there's going to be a plastic cover over here to protect the cover. And then on the back is going to be another cover to protect the back cover. For those of you that were saying, Kim, I don't want to print all this off, I would like for you to package it up for me. I can do that, obviously. Hello. Just go through my website. It's going to be 2 links there. You either want a digital copy where you can download what I just showed you yourself. Okay. All the pages will be there. If you want me to put it together for you, right here like this, with all the additional stuff, you'll have to go through my website to place an order. All right. I think that's it on that. I hope you guys like this. Thank you for Marcella for being here. Thank you for your support. Oh, thank you so much. It's been a while since I've done the double screens. So it was cool to see that this actually works, still works on here. But those of you that I've been getting a lot of questions about this shirt. That's why I wore it specifically again. I got a lot of questions about this shirt. Let me see if I can. All right. I got a lot of stuff behind me. I got recording equipment all behind me. This shirt is I walk. Slide this way, no, the other way. I walk by faith. I designed it myself. As you can see, you got some glitter red bottom heels on it. Hello, ladies. But this shirt also, I designed another model for males. And instead of having heels, it has combat boots, because y'all know I'm military affiliated. So it has combat boots right here instead of heels. All right. And those combat boots are pretty much matte. Now, some ladies say, I want the boots. So if the ladies want the boots, I can get the boots. If you want the glitter boots, bottoms, I get glitter boot bottoms. You have to go on my website and you'll see all these things as well. And I know I definitely have a picture of the combat boots on my social media, but I'll check my website. If I don't have a picture of the combat boots on my website, I'll definitely upload it by tomorrow so you guys can get those if you want those. All right. But that's all I have for you guys tonight. I told you I didn't want to hold you late. I want you guys to get some rest, because if you're anything like me, you have a full day tomorrow. But I wanted to just come through and let you see what's inside of the Sown on Purpose business journal. I'm excited. It's going to help me stay on track. It's going to help you stay on track. And as you can see, it's not industry specific. So anyone that needs to just track the basic things of their business, we have those pages in there for you, all in one centralized location. So thank you for being here. That's all I have. If you have any questions, just let me know. I'll be here for another about 5 or 10 minutes. So if you have any questions, ask away. I'll be glad to answer them for you. Oh, I know one question I didn't answer. If you're curious about how I designed this journal, I used a program called Affinity Publisher. I have the entire Affinity package. Publisher, designer, photo, all of those by Affinity. It is amazing. It made this process so easy. I'm also working on another journal for myself because I'm a homeschool mom. And so I'm actually designing another journal for homeschool. I bought one last year and I've been buying them the year before that and the year before that. But this year I said, you know what? I'm going to make my own, based on my needs now, because my daughter will be going into the 8th grade. And so I need to track certain things. And so I'm going to design my own journal for homeschoolers. So if you know someone that's a homeschooler that needs a journal or is curious about what that journal looks like, let me know and I'll do a video. I'll probably do a video anyway, just to let my homeschool moms know that I'm making journals for us. Because if you're a homeschooler, there are certain things that maybe public schoolers don't need that we have to keep track of. So I love the journal that I have now, but I'm really going to love the one that I'm designing because it's going to flow exactly the way that I need it to flow for me. All right. So that's all I really have. Anybody have anything? If not, we're going to call this a night and I will see you guys tomorrow, because tomorrow I'm going to be going live again, but during the day, of course. And I'm going to be doing some shirts. So you guys will be able to see my lab. You'll be able to see the heat presses and all the stuff you guys have been asking me about. And you'll get to see me in action, which is something I never really let people see. But so this is going to be interesting. This is really outside of my comfort zone. Sitting here talking like this, oh, I can do this all day long. But actually working or trying to pay attention to the camera, now that's something else. But I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. So we're going to go. We have a full day tomorrow as you. And as we always say, remember, be sown, be rooted, and be blessed. Until the next time God allows us to meet, thank you for being here and enjoy your journey. Good night, everyone.